back to my channel, and if you're new here, what's up? Today I am going to be attempting to make an apple pie for Thanksgiving. Typically I just use the frozen kind, and I've made pumpkin pies before, but this will be my first go at a homemade apple pie. And it's still not 100% homemade because I'm not going to be making the crust from scratch. I'm just going to be using a frozen store-bought 9-inch deep dish. So this is what we're working with here. I have a little bit of a hodgepodge of a recipe, and we're gonna see if it works. It might be a disaster. I found the recipe where I like the filling. It didn't seem to be like too much apples. I kind of like it to have a little bit of like the saucy stuff in there. And I found a pie that had that, but the reviews on that were saying that the crumb topping didn't turn out too well, so we're not gonna do that. And then I found a recipe that had a really nice like Dutch crumble top, which was what I was going for. But I had already melted my butter because that was what was called for the original recipe. So we're going to the melted route, and we're gonna just see what happens. But I also decided to add some oats to it to kind of give it a more, I guess, of like a strudely top, and it maybe give it more of like that clumpiness that I don't think I'm gonna get because I melted the butter. So this is an experiment, and hopefully it works out. The first thing we're going to do is, this is a stick of butter and I melted it. Okay, so what we're supposed to do is mix the toppings into this bowl. This is 2/3 a cup of brown sugar packed. We're gonna do it, okay. The sugar we're supposed to sprinkle over the top after, but I kind of think that I'm not gonna do that. I'm making the executive decision to just dump it in. Next, we are adding a cup of flour. So I always take a spoon and like dump it in, and then once it gets to the top, I take a knife and I level it. I do believe I learned that from Paula Deen. I know she got canceled, but I did learn that from her. So, okay, now I added a 1/2 cup of oats to this. And I think that is what's gonna make it a really nice, crispy, crumbly top. And we're just gonna mix this up in this bowl. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty thick. I'm gonna set this to the side, and then we are gonna move on over to the apple pie filling. This is about 5 to 6 cups of sliced apples, peeled and cored. And if you don't have one of these, I got this for Christmas a couple years ago from my uncle. It is an apple core / peeler. I don't really know the name of it, but it's perfect for what we're doing here. You take the apples, 5 to 6 cups, a 1/2 cup of white sugar, 1/4 a cup of flour, it's 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, and we are going to mix them in here and kind of coat it, and then we're going to put it in the pie crust. Maybe. That's actually pretty smart. Place the apples in the pie. My grandma refuses to make pies from scratch because she says that it's so much easier just to buy the filling in a can, and why do all that extra work? Which just comes from a woman who has literally been like a homemaker her entire life. She got married at 16. I'm sure that, you know, growing up having to can your own things and stuff, the idea of buying stuff already canned in a grocery store is something that you probably will just always prefer. I guess I need to, well, I don't know if I need to wash my hand because we may. Oh my God, it got hard. It's hard. Okay, hang on. We're gonna break this up. I am clearly not left-handed, so we are gonna try to make this movable because it's literally solid. Okay, we are going to place it on top of the pie. So this is what it looks like after I have gotten all of the crumbly topping on there. To bake at 400 degrees, anywhere from 40 to 55 minutes. So I'm just gonna have to keep checking on it to make sure it's not burning. I'm gonna put this on a pan though, because I am worried that it might like be hard to get out because it's aluminum foil and be wobbly. We are going to start at 40 minutes and then we're going to come and check on it and see the end result. All right, so I put the pie in at 400 degrees for 40 minutes and we have the bubbling filling coming out and a light golden brown. It looks really good, so I mean, I say it's a success. Hopefully it tastes good. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it. That would help me out. And make sure you subscribe if you want more content. I will be having other holiday recipes coming out for Christmas. I hope you enjoy. Bye.